And welcome to the women's bracket, the losers bracket. We get things underway. Judson taking on Hiwassee. And just that quick, we get things started. And Takesha Vaughn will go to the line to connect on the three-point play. It is up and it is good. So just that quick, Hiwassee up 3-0. Judson basketball from Elgin, Illinois, taking on Hiwassee. Both these teams lost yesterday. And I tell you what, a heartbreaker if you're Judson. Leading essentially the entire way, the number 7 seed Judson, leading the entire way against Bruton Parker, only to lose late. And probably would dare say squandering a 40-point plus effort from Emmeline Wright. Hiwassee hard to the basket, off glass, no good. The rebound yanked down by Judson. Mahar out to Emmeline Wright. She'll pull up from 3, and she was on fire yesterday. Misfires with an air ball. .9:17 to play here in the first quarter. The women's bracket, and it will go like this after this contest. Bluefield will take on Yellowstone. The winner will play in the women's 5th place game. The loser will play in the 7th place game. And then in our 145 game, and they've been working early. Basket is up and good. Knocking it down is Pearson. Chamonix Pearson. And Hiwassee is up 5-0. Emmeline Wright fires it to the near side. Banks comes a little closer. Back up top to Wright. She will zero in. Hits on the iron. No good. By this time, yesterday, up no good. She seemed like she had about 10 points. Now, that's an exaggeration, but she had a bundle, as I mentioned, on fire, connecting for 40 plus. Right at the line. Up, and it is good. So with 8:33 to play first quarter, Judson gets on the board. Right with her second effort. Eyes the basket, it is up, and it is good. 3-point advantage, Hiwassee to the far side. Browning comes closer into the paint and loses it. And I believe she may have collided just a little bit with Maggie Mahar, but no call. And it will remain with Hiwassee. Roby to bring it in. 8:27 to play here in the first quarter. Women's basketball, as you know, or if you didn't know, plays quarters, something that changed a few years ago. Butler with the basket. It is now a 7-2 game. Hiwassee got here after they dropped a game yesterday, their opening game to Roberts Wesleyan, 76-54. Judson lost 75-72 as they squandered an 18-point lead. May have even been 19, just off the top of my head. 7-2 the score, 7:54 to play in the first quarter. Judson is the number 7 team in the women's bracket. They finished on the season. Emmeline Wright at the line again. She's a perfect 4 for 4, the only points scored by Judson at this point. to the outside, squaring around, hits on the iron, no good. The miss from Vaughn. Vaughn has 3 points, including a field goal inside and a free throw. Right in the middle of everything, misses. Hiwassee with the rebound. Right in there with the steal, almost handed to her. She takes it hard to the basket, and as we mentioned so often yesterday, was on the deck just as much as she was running the offense. Foul underneath, and Wright will go to the line. Shamanique Pearson, the offender. She has 2 personal fouls already. Meanwhile, Judson has 2 personal fouls, 1 to Pruitt and 1 to Mahar. And Wright continues her hot free throw shooting. Up, and it is good. 7-6. Trying to come down the baseline. Vaughn doesn't get it to go. McCauley will get the foul, her first. The inbound will come from Roby. Roby up top to Browning, fires it back to Browning now. Foul away from the action. McCauley picks up number 2. 7-6 to score, 7:15 to play here in the first quarter. Shot up, no good. Still a battle for it. Judson comes up with it. Banks through traffic. Sets it up to Johnson. To Wright on the right side. She'll want to come down low. Thinks better of it. And a turnover. Wright was firing on all cylinders yesterday, and I had mentioned it. She made a very strong case for the very least the all-tournament team, which I would think would be a lock, but she might even be player of the tournament. We'll see. Up and in, scooping it in. Vaughn has 5. Scramble for it, coming up with it, Browning. I believe it will go off of Judson. So set to bring it in. That will be Smith for Hiwassee. The Tigers and the Eagles. Eagles come up with it, Banks through traffic. Hard pedaling underneath, doesn't get it to go. Banks will go to the line. She has not taken a free throw. She has missed 2 field goals today, looking for her first points. A 9-6 game. Banks to the line, up, and it is no good. Banks will connect on the second one, and how about that? Hiwassee clearly taking charge in this contest.
Equals Victoria Judson with player foul number 1, team foul number 5. Double bonus now for the Lady Tigers. Aikisha Vaughn. 2 shots.
Takesha Vaughn goes to the line. She's 1 for 1 today. Misses. She has 5 points total. From Madisonville, Tennessee, the Lady Tigers of Hiwassee College. Vaughn from Union City, Tennessee. The 13-7 game. And already, Judson, it only shows 2 turnovers, but there has been just a real lack of crispness, not the holiday, a lack of crispness to this Judson attack, not like the instinct, that killer instinct we saw yesterday. But teams playing the losers bracket, you know, sometimes you take a little bit off your game. It's just how it is. Pulling up from 3, falls short. Foot nowhere close. Wright tries to cut around the corner, and not sure if she was out of bounds or that was a foul, but they're going to say a foul goes on Browning. For Browning, that will be number 2 on her. So Wright will go to the line. She is 6 for 6. All 6 of her points have come at the line, 13-7. And it is good. Judson, as we mentioned yesterday, losing steam, losing after having a lead of 18 points in a 75-42 loss to Bruton Parker, and we'll talk about that more in a moment. For matters at hand, it's a 13-9 game. Wright getting tangled up in the middle of that one. A held ball, and it will go to Judson. Wright is not ashamed or not afraid to get in the middle of anything. Yesterday, for Judson, Wright finished with just 41 points, 14 rebounds, 16 of 18 at the line. And Wright has yet to make a basket early on. First half scoring, by the way, from Wright. She has it there. Up, no good. Rebound to Hiwassee. Scramble for it, and this one will go to Hiwassee. (13-9). Just about halfway through the first. Actually, we are past the halfway mark. 4:35. Judson, again, some focus issues in this game getting started. Cross-court pass to the near side. Back to Foot. She'll put it up from 3. Falls short. Rebounds out to Judson. Yanks it down as Pruitt. Pruitt's got 3 rebounds already. Mahar thinks about it. She's met out there by Alomar. Underneath. Turns to the inside, up and good by Pruitt. Judson has not led in this game and has been a 6-point lead at one juncture for Hiwassee. High rainbow arching shot, and eventually it comes down. Pope now has 6. 16-11. Hiwassee on top. Hiwassee will make that possession a quick one. Or will at least make the Judson possession a quick one. Underneath. Sneaks to the inside. Up no good after Wright provided a challenge. Love had a nearly open look, but Wright was able to make the move. And with that shot for Wright, the layup, her first field goal of the game. Starting this contest 0 for 6. Now 1 for 7. She goes to the line where she's 8 for 8. And a chance to cut it back to a 1-point game. She went to the stripe 18 times yesterday, connecting on 16. Eyes the basket, it is up, it is good. And again, as we mentioned, a 1-point game. I'm sorry, a 2-point game after that free throw. Fires it hard underneath. Nope. Love can't get it to go. The hard dribbling Banks puts it up and in. Tyra Banks, excuse me, not Tyra Banks, it is actually, that's a model. Tamia Banks ties this contest up at 16 all. Tamia Banks has 3 points. Will go to the line where she is 1 for 2 this afternoon. And to say this afternoon is being pretty precise because we've only been playing for about 8 minutes and it's just about a quarter past noon. Banks will complete the 3-point play to make it 17-16. Pope fires it to the far side, that it will go up. It won't go down from Alomar. Tamia Banks to the outside. Stops, deals it off to Mahar, inside to Pruitt. Pruitt down low, and the shot from Keene off target. Hiwassee comes at it. From outside, nothing but net from Glisson. And with it, Hiwassee takes the lead back at 19-17. Mahar on the right side will look it down low to Keene, wants to get it to Pruitt. Pruitt will post up to the inside, turns the corner up, and it won't go. Had a good move inside, but just simply could not get it to drop. Banks, a one-person stealing machine. Wright will put it back up, and there's going to be a foul underneath. Reed took it really hard. The foul will get tagged against Glisson. Banks will go to the line for where she is 2 for 3. First one is good. Chance to tie it up. Banks with 5 points. She is 3 for 4 early on. And that one is no good. We move to the 1:30 mark. By the way, Brandon Cerzola, the head coach at Hiwassee, just 23 years old, the youngest college coach in all of America. Knocked out of bounds, and who else would be in the middle of a collision than Emmeline Wright? And if you're wondering, there have been younger coaches. At the age of 19, Keith Freeman, who was a longtime coach at Valparaiso and at St. Joseph's College in Rensselaer, Indiana, and a women's coach at Huntington University in Huntington, Indiana, won an NCCAA championship at the age of 19, winning in 1984. Huntington University won the NCCAA national championship with the 19-year-old head coach. Wright puts it up and good.
Kathleen Alomar checking in for Listen.
Freeman is still coaching the game. He's now an assistant at Old Dominion, one of the legendary programs in Division I basketball, up and good. So with that, Wright continues to burn at the free throw line, where she is 11 of 11. We played one quarter. 1 minute left in the first stanza. Hiwassee basketball, trailing by one. They have never trailed by more than one. Up and good by Reed. Taking the lead back. We come to the final 45 seconds. Keene puts it up, no good, underneath. And Pruitt hard to the basket, off glass, got it. 22-21, final 27 seconds here in the first quarter. Not in any real hurry are the Hiwassee Tigers. Clock rolling down close to 15. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Under 10 now, moving to 7, to 6. Shot going up, way off target, but the up is good. I'm sorry, it isn't good. Roby put the shot up, missed. Reed would put it back up. That one missed. The foul will go on Warner, who just snuck into the game. She picks up her first. And misses. Reed misses. 22-21. Judson on top. Up and good. And it's all tied. 3.7 seconds left in the first stanza. All tied up. Judson and Hiwassee, the Eagles and the Tigers. And that will do it for the first period. We'll take the timeout. We will be back. NCCAA women's basketball action on the NCCAA Championship Network.
Victoria Johnson has reported in for Judson, as does Maggie Mahar. Always a good day when you can get out of class. We're glad the Jefferson Spartans are here. Watching basketball at the MOCC, not in school, that's a pretty good double dip. We like that. Way to go, Jefferson. Thank you for being here. Second quarter possession, Eagles.
We welcome you back. Second quarter action, all tied up. Hiwassee and Judson here in the losers bracket. The winner will advance to the 5th place game. Pruitt with the basket. Biggest lead at this point for Judson at 2. The number 6 Hiwassee Lady Tigers taking on the Eagles of Judson. And as I mentioned, the winner will play in the 5th place game. Loser will play in the 7th place game tomorrow. Winners bracket will play this afternoon, and then we've got the 3rd place game for the men and the women, and then the 1st place game for the men and women getting started at 10 on Saturday. Wright with the basket now builds the lead to 4. 26-22. To the baseline, off glass, up and good. Give the assist to Roby and give the basket. I believe that went to Pearson. Long shot off target. Rebound comes down to Pearson. Actually going to give the basket to Vaughn. So Vaughn now has 8 points. Putting it up, nothing but net, Roby. (29-27) into the basket. Vaughn does not get it to go. Wright with the rebound. Wright has 3 now. She leads all scorers with 15. Vaughn has 11 for Hiwassee. And Wright comes up with a steal, her 3rd of the day. Up, and it is a good. 31-27, Judson. Now with a 4-point advantage. Roby off to Vaughn. Vaughn almost gets it pickpocketed, but it's going to stay with the Tigers. Possession arrow pointing to Hiwassee. 31-27 the score here, 2nd quarter action. 7:20 to play here in the 1st half yet. And Wright will step out for a moment. Vaughn finds an opening, instead deals it off from the left side. No good from Alomar. One shot, and here comes Judson to Mahar on the left side. Deals it in to Pruitt. Weaves her way in, hard to the basket, up and good. 33-27. 6:54 to play 2nd quarter. 6 points now the advantage for the Eagles. Hiwassee basketball. Trouble inside for Pearson as she loses it. Jump on this one goes to Judson. 33-27, 6:38 to play, 2nd quarter. And Judson really struggled in the 1st quarter, hitting just 21% of their shots, 4 of 19. But they went to the line 16 times to stay in it. Pruitt hard underneath, yanked out of the way from Alomar. Alomar gives it off to Roby to the half court. Roby, no look underneath the foot. She will bring it outside on the right. Comes at it again with a mid-range jumper from about 17. Up top to Banks, to Mia Banks. Underneath, the rebound, Alomar. She'll work free to the half court. Fires into the corner. Alomar has it. Back to Roby. Roby, a little shake and bake move for a moment. Off to Foot. Foot looks it to the top to Alomar with a one-handed runner up, and no. The putback is good from Pearson. Pearson now has 4. 33-29. A little more than 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Mahar looked at it for a moment, comes to the baseline, puts it up and good. For Mahar now, she has scored 5 points, and she's 2 for 3 from the field. 35-29. From the baseline, very good from Roby. 35-31. Mahar up, no good, yanked down. Pruitt looks it off to Mahar, mid-range jumper for her, in the cylinder and out. Hiwassee will get it back. We take the timeout. Judson on top, 35-31 in the women's bracket of the NCCAA Championship on the NCCAA Championship Network.
My apologies to the young people from Claypool, 3rd grade. I was given some outdated intel earlier, so welcome the Knights of Claypool, 3rd grade. We're glad you're here, and I'm sure you're glad you are too. Any time away from school, never a bad thing, even though school is also a good thing. But we're glad you're here, young people. Well, we'll just listen to the music. Don't be afraid to get excited, young people. This is not school where you have to be quiet. You can show some emotion and show some energy.
.36 remaining in the second quarter, a 4-point game. Second time today that we've seen that happen. And what are the chances that you can get it caught? But that is what happened. Great shooting here in the second quarter, 50% for both these squads. For the game, Judson recovering from making just 4 of 19 in the first quarter. Pushes it up from Pope. No, yep, it is good, a 3-pointer. Pope has a unorthodox style, but she's pretty accurate. Up and good. You should put a timer on her shots too, because it seems like they hang in the air forever. Butler will make the inbound. Roby will bring it across. Just over 4 minutes to play in the second quarter. Another loser's bracket game coming up after this one at around 1:40. Shot is up, and it is nails. Browning with her first points of the game. And Hiwassee takes the lead back at 37-35. Right. She'll answer with a 3. Nope. The rebound comes down and knocked out of bounds, and it's going to, looks like it will go with Hiwassee, and it does. Now Judson still struggling from shooting outside. They're 1 of 10, but only 1 of 4 in this quarter. Coming down to the baseline, up, off glass, no good, battle for it. Hiwassee still comes up with it. Roby deals it off to Butler. Butler on the rim, nope. To Mia Banks, through traffic. She'll wait. Dumps it off to her teammate Johnson. Keene into the corner to Mahar. Back up top to Johnson, to Banks, to right underneath. From the outside, way off target. Way wide and way short. 37-35. Under 2:45 to play in the second quarter. Judson, as we mentioned, hitting just over 30%. Meanwhile, just a little bit better than 42% for Hiwassee. Now Hiwassee has a 4-point lead. Hiwassee has seen a lead as big as 6. Judson has seen a lead as big as 6. Right, we'll put it up, got it.
Judson 3.
39-38. To the corner, having to track it down is Love. And it sends her out of bounds.
Diamond Smith back into the game, along with Takesha Vaughn, replacing Roby and Butler.
Knocked down one of the placards behind the court, and I thought for a moment that Wright was going to pick it up because she's done everything else in these games. Wright cuts to the inside. No basket. Hiwassee basketball trying to solidify their lead as they move into the half.
Foul, Emmeline Wright.
Wright will get the foul. That is her first. She's got 20 points already. Remember, she had 21. She had 41 yesterday. Went to the line 18 times, connecting on 16. And I believe her field goal numbers were 10 of 27. And she was absolutely on fire in the first half. Pulling up Smith, got it. That one a three-pointer. Lead up to 5 points. It's been 6 for both teams. Into the corner right. Tries to dial it in from 3, no good. The rebound comes down to Vaughn. 1:10 remaining. Second quarter action. And knocked out of bounds, and it will be a foul. It looks like it would go on Keene. No, I'm sorry, it's on Tamia Banks. So Vaughn goes to the line where she is 2 for 3. She's got 11 points, leading scorer for the Tigers. It is up, it is good. Correction, it is not good, it just missed. I saw it bounce and it looked like it was going to go in and then just careened off. 42-38. And that one is no good. Bond now 3 for 5. Under a minute. A 4-point game. Right to the baseline, cuts to the inside, weaves her way in and draws the foul. Literally no fear when Emmeline Wright does anything. 42-40, 53 seconds left in this titanic struggle. Up and good. A 1-point game. We come to the 53-second mark of the second quarter. Love up top, 37 seconds remaining. Spinning it around, up no good. The rebound from Pruitt to Wright. Under 28 seconds now. Timeout called by Judson. We'll take the timeout as well. A 1-point advantage for Hiwassee, leading Judson 42-41. This is the NCCAA Championship Network. We welcome you back. Wright puts up the shot. It misses. Pruitt up, no good. Rebound yanked down by Vaughn. And Emmeline Wright, and they're wrangling it for, wrestling it away, but it's going to stay. It's going to be a Judson ball. 4.7 seconds left in the second quarter. The inbound, and I'm going to bet, just going to go out on a limb and going to say it's going to go to Wright. She'll work free, she'll get the basket, and she'll shoot long. Well, it did go to Wright, but she didn't get a chance to shoot. Offensive foul on Johnson. And that will do it for the first half. It's Hiwassee 42, Judson 41 on the NCCAA Championship Network. And we welcome you back. Pearson connecting on the first shot to give Hiwassee a 3-point advantage. Right on the wing, right side, air ball, no good. 44-41. Hiwassee with the basketball on the run. Browning puts it up, no good. The putback is good. And Pearson connects. She now has 8 points. And all of a sudden, Hiwassee trying to make a move. 5-point lead, another basket up and good. And Roby connects on that one. It is 48-41. Johnson moves closer, deals it to Pruitt through the double team, puts it up, Hangs on the rim, gets her own rebound. Nope, but she will get the foul.
Johnny
8:39 to play, third quarter.
team's first of the third quarter.
Judson trailing by 7. They had a lead of 6 at one point. This is the biggest lead for Hiwassee, which had 6-point leads in the first half. To the line goes Pruitt. She has not gone to the line yet today. Roby will.
The player foul 1 on Ashley. 2 shots good.
So Pearson will get the foul. That is her third. Pruitt at the line. That one bounces away. Trying to add to their lead. Up, no good. Misfires on the shot from Butler. Banks through traffic. Down low. Johnson up and good. Judson really needed that one. First basket of the game for Johnson. Right, the leading scorer for both teams with 23. Vaughn trying to make a move on right. She cuts to the inside, threads the needle, gets fouled underneath, and I believe it'll be on right. Right extends the hand to help her up and going to the line. That foul. Wright will get the foul. That is number 2. And Vaughn to the line where she has 11 points. She is the leading scorer for the Tigers. It is no good.
Candy McCauley in for Wright. And one more free throw. Taikisha Vaughn.
Vaughn will build it back to a 6-point lead with that free throw. Gets it knocked away out of bounds. It stays with Judson.
Jump ball, possession arrow alternates to Judson.
Judson will maintain possession. Just over 2.5 minutes gone in the third quarter. Hiwassee will cough it up. Johnson, who's played 20 minutes, has just 2 points. She makes the inbound. Banks has 5 points. Back to Banks. She works free. Deals it off to Pruitt. Bounce pass to the inside. Pearson comes up with it, and really kind of an odd pass anyways, with no real authority and not really in any specific direction. 49-43, 6:54 to play, third quarter. Dean Jackson along with you as we come to you from the NCCAA Men's and Women's Championships. We're turning our attention to women's games. Another women's game coming up after this. Vaughn puts it up and got it. Vaughn now has 13 points. She's 4 for 8 at the line. Meanwhile, Hiwassee just 5 of 10 at the line. That one no good. Rebound to McCauley. Dumped off to Keene. To Wright on the run to Pruitt. To Keene back into the corner to Johnson. Tries to deal it in and swiped by Vaughn. Roby to the half court. And way away wide. Pearson no good. 7-point lead. That's the biggest of the game, the high water mark, if you will, for Hiwassee. Hiwassee is 1 for 5 in their last 5 scoring attempts. Judson has gone more than a minute 45 without scoring. Banks cuts to the outside. Throws it away. Leading Vaughn to the basket, up and no good, and she will draw the foul. Banks will pick up her second foul.
Player foul number 2. Team foul 3.
6:15 remaining in the third quarter. Vaughn goes to the line. She's got 13 points, but she's 4 for 9 at the line. That one is good. No good. To the half court. Right. Bounce pass low. Back up top to Banks on the left wing. Right, we'll set up on the right side. We'll air it from 3. Got it. First basket in more than 2.5 minutes for Judson. 51-46. Roby fires it up top. Butler will put it up. She got it. 54-46. Opposite side, running to the inside is good. With that, 26 points now for Wright. And I'm just going to make an obvious statement. She will make the all-tournament team. 41 points and 28 points. Hard to argue with that. On the run, no good. Gets tangled up, Vaughn and Wright. And this one will be a Judson basketball. .502 remaining third quarter. Winner advances to the 5th place game, loser to the 7th place game. Underneath to McCauley. She wasn't expecting it. She corrects things, though, to Wright. Banks near the volleyball line to the far side to Keene. Keene to Pruitt. Bowls her way inside, no good. The rebound yanked down by Butler. A 6-point advantage, 54-48. 4:25 remaining in the third quarter. Hiwassee basketball and an offensive foul. Chastity Pope with the foul. She's played 11 minutes. That's her first foul. 54-48. From the outside, Keene bounces on the rim. No good. One look, and Hiwassee takes off. Browning to the inside. Cuts between 2 defenders. Banks with the rebound for Banks. That's now her 6th rebound. Near side of McCauley. Wright will pull up from 16. Got it. Wright now has 30 points. 54-50. From the outside, that one will roll away. Pruitt the rebound to Wright. Wright angles past Browning and will say an offensive foul.
Control foul, Eagles, Emily Wright, player foul number 3, team 4, Bailey.
So 41 points in one game, 30 points the next, and we still have 13 minutes to play in this titanic struggle.
Also Victoria Johnson back in for Emily Wright.
54-50, 3:20 remaining in the third quarter. Foot on the baseline, up top to Browning. She looks for a moment, takes a couple steps into the paint, up no good. The scramble for the rebound, this one would go to Judson. I'm sorry, this one would go to Hiwassee if the jump ball isn't back.
Bailey Foot, player foul number 1, team foul number 3.
Well, the foul will go on Hiwassee and Roby. It is her second. Hiwassee has gone more than 2.5 minutes without a score. Meanwhile, Judson, pretty cold themselves. They're just 1 of 5 over their last 5 shooting attempts. Banks to Pruitt. Has a look to the basket, banks it in. Back down to a 2-point game. 54-52. From the outside, no good. Hiwassee gets it back after the miss from Smith. Smith will square around again. Well, she looked like she was going to. Pope off to Alomar into the paint. Almost swiped by Judson underneath, up and good on the foul. Love with the basket. She got the harm. It's 56-52. Love to the line. She has not taken a free throw. No good. Pruitt the rebound. Works free as McCauley. Looking to get it out. She does to Keene. Cross court. McCauley. Banks has it up top. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Just over 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. Under 10 now in the shot clock. Pruitt works to the paint. Bowls her way through 2 defenders. And the foul will go on Pearson. Chamonix Pearson. 56-52. Pruitt to the line where she is 0 for 2 this afternoon. Takes one step back. Again, an unorthodox style. Most players will have their feet parallel, or certainly balanced. This one putting the weight on her back foot with her right foot positioned forward on the line, the other foot back about a step and a half. 1:56 to play, third quarter. Pope will check into the contest. Pearson will check out. She's got 3 personal fouls and has got 11 minutes to work with. So Pearson will take a spot on the bench. Pruitt at the line. Again, balanced on her back foot. It's a 3-point game, 56-52. Hook shot, no good. Keene off to Banks. To the half court, looks it off to Keene. Wiped. Smith comes opposite direction. And this one is taken by Pruitt. Keene. She'll bring it to the half court. Pruitt will try to post up. Instead, deals it out to Banks from three. On the front of the rim, Pope with the rebound. Pope with 3 rebounds now. Under a minute to play. Third quarter. 56-53. Shot up. No good. Battling for it.
Deja Pruitt, player foul number 3.
56-53. To the line goes Foot.
Ashley Roby, Emma Glisson.
Foot has not taken any free throws. Bailey Foot has played 10 minutes, is 0 for 3 at the line. But she has pulled down 2 rebounds. Free throw is up, and it is good. (57-53). Second one no good. Pruitt the rebound out to Banks and too hard. Bounces out of bounds. Vaughn will bring it in. Chance to add to their 4-point advantage. Vaughn with 14 points tonight, this afternoon, and 1 steal. She's also grabbed 3 rebounds. To the baseline, up, no good. Glisson will go to the line.
Victoria Johnson picked up player
Johnson has the foul. She now has
shooting 2.
3.
Emma Glisson.
And that makes 3 players now with 3 fouls or more for Judson. Up and good.
Haley Browning back into the game for ball.
Misses the first, makes the second. (58-53). Final 24 seconds of the third quarter. No hurry to bring it across. Roby cuts to the left side, bringing it to Browning. To Roby, 5 seconds remaining. Roby will pull up from 3. Nope. The rebound comes down, and we have a foul. But will we go to the line? Now the discussion is did she in fact call the foul? But it clearly seems from this vantage point that she did call the foul, and they're conferencing about it on the free throw line. So I guess here's what's going to happen. You're going to go to the line, you take your free throws, and then you'll end the quarter.
Hiwassee's Emma Glisson with player foul number 4, team foul number 5. Double bonus for the Judson Eagles. There was time still on the clock. That'll be adjusted. Shooting 2 to be a bench.
So Glisson with the foul, the fourth. Pruitt at the line after getting knocked to the deck. And that one is no good. So we end the half with one free throw made by Pruitt. 58-54 to the fourth quarter we go. We'll be back. This is the NCCAA Championship Network.
Fourth quarter basketball. Hiwassee.
A 4-point game as we start the fourth quarter. It has been a 6-point lead for Judson. It has been an 8-point lead for Hiwassee. Scoreboard is reading 58-56, but in fact it is 60-54. There we finally get it corrected. Right from the outside, she now has 33. Back down to a 3-point game. The inbound coming from Roby. She's dealt out 6 assists for these Tigers. Cuts to the inside. Butler will put it up. No good. Right battling for it. Butler gets it back up and in. (62-57) right now. Judson trailing by 5. Banks through traffic to Keene. Banks on the rim, hangs on the rim, and then goes away. The rebound will go back up and in on the shot from Johnson. 62-59. With that basket, Johnson now with her first points of the game. Glisson with the foul, and she has now fouled out. Mahar has 4 fouls, but looks like they're going to go with her the rest of the way. She's got 7 points and 4 rebounds. Pruitt back into the game. Off to Keene. She looks it back to Banks. To Mahar. Down low to Pruitt off the glass. Up and in. We have a 1-point game. 62-61. Pruitt now with 13 points. 6 of 12 from the field and 11 rebounds. Browning will launch from 3 from the right side. That one is good. The lead will go back up to 4. 65-61. Under 7:50 to play. Keene on the run. That one is good. And all in one motion from Keene as she makes that one work. Roby to the half court. Looks to the left side. She wants some movement. She deals it off to Butler. Butler on a foot race to the baseline. Up, no good. And it will remain with Hiwassee. 6:23 remaining in regulation. The winner goes to the 5th place game. Loser goes to 7th place. 7th place games getting started at 1 and 3 tomorrow. Browning into the paint. Up, no good. And the foul, let's see who it's on, as Browning will go to the line. Banks, the offending party. She only has, that's now her 3rd foul, excuse me. Not a shooting foul. Shamika Pearson up, no good. Bounces away. Keene to the half court. Right. Squares around from 3. Boom. And for the first time since the 2nd quarter, Judson has the lead. 66-65. We take the timeout. 7:02 to play in the 4th quarter. Judson with the 1-point lead. And Emmeline Wright with 36 points. We'll be back. This is the NCCAA Championship Network. .702 remaining in the 4th quarter. Judson over Hiwassee by 1. Hiwassee has led by as much as 8. That came in the 3rd quarter with about 5:42 to play with a 54-46 lead. Battle for the rebound, and it will go to Judson. Meanwhile, the 6-point lead for Judson came in the 2nd quarter at 35-29. Right to Banks. Deals it to Pruitt, has to go get it, and she'll put it up and in. Pruitt had to make a move to get that pass and then to put it up. Not the easiest shot ever. Squaring around, Butler up, no good. Emmeline Wright with the rebound, thrown to the ground. And Wright is a little slow to get up. Didn't see a foul called yet. And there is a foul that will go on Pearson. That is her 4th. And Pearson is saying, what did I do? Which is what they always say, isn't it? The inbound to Keene. To Banks. Short passes as the pressure is on. Judson had significant trouble late against the pressure yesterday in their loss to Bruton Parker. Banks will track it down. Circle the wagons and come at it. A 3-point lead with under 6 minutes to play. Right, down low to Mahar on the rim, battling for the rebound. Hiwassee comes out. Browning into the front court. Roby will set the offense. 5:35 to play. Shamika Pearson up and in. Butler would get the assist on that one. Butler, her third assist of the game. Mahar in the corner. Long pass to Keene. Keene works free on the left perimeter, on the right perimeter, to right on the left side. Nope. Bounces away. The rebound to Roby. Under 5 minutes to play right now. Browning swatted away. Banks will clear it out. She's got right to her left, but Banks takes it herself up and in. Hiwassee takes the timeout, trailing by 3. Judson on top, 70-67. This is the NCCAA Championship Network. Judson on top, 70-67, final 4:44 of regulation. Judson on top by 18 yesterday, lost at the buzzer, 75, well, not at the buzzer, but lost late, 75-73 to Bruton Parker. Wright will bring it in. Hiwassee is 1 for 8 in their last 8 shots. Wright into the corner, no good. Pruitt with the rebound. Met by the double team, swiped and a jump ball, and this one will go to Hiwassee. 2 players with 4 fouls. Mahar for Judson. And 4 for Shamanique Pearson. A 3-point difference right now. Judson with the lead. Banks with the biggest steal of the game. Takes it up. Does not get it, but the putback by Magale, no. And the rebound, Browning. Saving the day for the moment. Browning will set up on the right side for a minute to come to the baseline. Back up top to Vaughn. Vaughn will work free. Gets it into the corner to Browning. She will lose it. Pope. Cross-court pass. Vaughn down low. Met by the double team. Swatted out of bounds. And it will stay with Hiwassee. Hiwassee takes the timeout. We take the timeout as well. Judson on top, 70-67. This is the NCCAA Championship Network. 70-67. We move towards the 3:20 mark. Judson basketball with a 3-point lead. Mahar putting it up from about 16, hits on the iron and bounces away. Hiwassee makes it a one-shot possession. Roby off to Butler, comes up top of the key. She'll look into Browning just to the right. Browning will move to the left and put it up. Banks it in, and we have a tie game. Browning with 11 points now. Two players in double digits for Hiwassee. Right, hard inside, stuffed by Shamanique. Pearson. And Butler, the 15-footer, swoosh. And just that quick, Hiwassee has the lead. Butler with 9 points. Three players in double digits now for Hiwassee. Moving to the 2:18 mark. This crowd starting to get into it. Well, I should say the Hiwassee bench getting into it. McCauley puts it up. Roby battling through. And Vaughn to the far side, streaking to the mid-block, puts it up. Rebound, quickly grabbed by Pruitt. Banks opposite side. A 1-on-3 will put it up on the glass. And with that, I believe Shamanique Pearson has just been fouled out. So two players have fouled out for Hiwassee. Pearson and Glisson from earlier. And with that, a lot of muscle inside and a lot of rebound power. 8 rebounds for Hiwassee coming from Pearson and 12 points. Banks to the line where she's got 4 of 7 shooting, and she will make that one. A 1-point game, 72-71. A minute 53 remaining. And Banks with a chance to score her 10th point, and she does. A tie game. Banks improving to 6 of 9 at the line. Stolen away again. Judson on the move. Banks leading the charge. Off to Keene. Back to Banks. A minute 35 remaining. Mahar, top of key, under the right, up and good. Right, sneaking behind the defense, puts it up and in, and she now has 38 points. Remember, she had 41 yesterday. Into the paint, dumping it down low to Vaughn. That one will roll in. A tie game, 74-74. Just over a minute remaining. The pressure coming from Hiwassee. They saw the game film from yesterday. They saw how Judson struggled with it. And just a textbook pressure defense. And Mahar fouls out. She will end with 7 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Cassidy Pope comes back in. So the chess match really gets interesting. The inbound will come from Browning. Browning with 11 points this afternoon. Roby comes up top. Gets it knocked out of bounds from right. 53.4 seconds left in regulation. As we mentioned, the winner advances to the 5th place game. That will be tomorrow night. The loser advances or moves to the 7th place game. Vaughn throws it up, nowhere near the bucket. And it looked like we had a timeout, but we do. So Judson takes the timeout. All knotted up, 74-74. 41.3 seconds remaining. This is the NCCAA Championship Network. We welcome you back. Himmel and Wright have triggered in a tie game. 41 seconds remaining. Banks has it. Keene on the near side, and of course Judson in no hurry to put up a shot, working for the right one. 15 seconds on the shot clock. There is a 10-second difference, a 10.5 second difference between the play clock and the game clock. So we have a foul, and I didn't catch who it was on, but I understand it's nonetheless. Keene will work it up top. 14 seconds remaining. And I better believe it's going to go to Wright. 7 seconds. Deals it off to Pruitt. Into the paint. Down low, up, no good. With 0.7 seconds. And it looks like Keene is, nope, that's actually going to be Johnson, I believe, that has hit the deck. So that is Johnson slowly working her way to the free throw stripe. Johnson has yet to take a free throw in this game. And here's another stat for you. Wright has not taken a free throw in the second half. 38 points for Emmeline Wright. Johnson to the line. She has not taken a free throw the entire game. 1.6 seconds. And in theory, just one of two would be enough to win it. But if you're Judson, how good would it be to get two? Get some cushion. Shot is up, and it is good. (75-74), clock at 1.6. The second one on the way, and that one is good. And Judson in the driver's seat, but they are not out of the woods. Hiwassee takes the timeout. As we thought, Hiwassee would take the basket to the half court. Got 1.6 seconds. You would think that Vaughn would probably take the shot. Maybe Browning. Browning, who's the best three-point shooter in today's game, or while Pope is perfect, her shot is a little bit unorthodox. So I don't know that you want her taking a long-range shot unless it's just outside the arc. And, of course, a lot of options. You just need two. But the first job is to get the basketball, get it off. (76-74), 1.6 seconds remaining. Right now for Judson. Wright, Pruitt, Banks, Keene, and McCauley. For Hiwassee, Roby, Vaughn, Butler, Browning, and Pope. So Browning will bring it in. So I would guess she's not going to be the one taking the shot. To Vaughn. And that will do it. Hiwassee's coaching staff wanted a foul. Obvious disappointment. And just that quick, the tide turns. 76-74. Judson wins it with free throws at the end. And Emmeline Wright continues to make her case for the all-tournament team, perhaps even player of the tournament, player of the year. We'll come back with more games after this. This is the NCCAA Championship Network.